Welcome to this special Operation Greatness quote podcast. This is really our Operation Greatness chapter meeting. This is where through operationgreatness.com/leader, you, my friend, are leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating LITL, doing a little more today and being of greater service to more people. You're transforming the lives of everyone you are blessed to be able to serve, to have connected with you, to be the greatest contribution in the lives of every one of them. That's what you are doing through your Operation Greatness chapter. This is all through operationgreatness.com/leader. You are the inspired visionary leader. It is your destiny. It is your purpose. It is your gift. It is your duty to be of greater service, to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate everyone you are blessed with the ability to serve. So, this is our chapter meeting for today, and this is a special one. This is called, right now, the title is Manifesting Mega Millions. We're laying it all on the line. We're doing the work right here. Okay, so this is the context right here. We're going to get to this shortly. Okay, so let's see. Today is Saturday as I'm recording this, as we're talking here. And yesterday, Friday night, was the Mega Millions lottery drawing. And I don't know how much money was in the pool from Tuesday before. I don't keep track of any of this stuff myself. I don't buy lottery tickets. This is the first one. I don't know. It's probably maybe the first one in like 7 years that I bought. Just a guess. I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Although sometimes when I have visited my mom, she has bought lottery tickets for me. And maybe this is the first one I've ever bought. I don't know. Probably not. I think because I had a friend who used to get excited about these kinds of things, and he and I might have gone. I used to give him rides to buy alcohol, to be honest with you, and because that was where he was then, and he would buy lottery tickets, and sometimes his excitement would rub off on me, and I don't know. I might have bought one or two back then, and that was probably about 7, 8 years ago. I don't know. So, anyway, my mom was, because she keeps track of this kind of thing, she she was saying you might want to get a lottery ticket for the drawing Tuesday because I think it was supposed to have been $800 million at that time, and I forgot about it. I didn't. I was thinking it might be kind of fun to do that on Sunday when I went to church, and I didn't remember to do that. And Tuesday passed, and no one won that one. And so now I think it's supposed to be more than $1 billion. And I don't know. I mean, like you're seeing, here's my ticket from the drawing was yesterday, and we're gonna check this thing, okay? So I'm having it in my mind. I'm putting this out there. I'm broadcasting this, that this ticket right here is the winner. So this is the natural invitation, scene, painting, context for us to see how we create anything we want. So, what is it that you most want? Is it $1 million? Is it $1 billion? Is it a new car? Is it a new house? Is it a new job? Is it your own business that's thriving and making you $40 million a year? easily? Is it the love of your life? Is it for you to provide everything that your family could ever want? That requires money, right? So, how are you serving people to make that money? So, I was interested in seeing how this was all going to come together, how this is all, let's say, downloading to you. And I'm just the hollow flute, the vessel, the empty vessel, like this is the empty vessel for the blessings of God to come to everyone in America, right? So this is all God, like the lightning rod. Oh, that's very interesting. The it's focusing the energy or the power of the infinite, unlimited, which I call God, so that it gathers, it focuses, it concentrates the power, and then it goes down to the earth, right? And it travels like you are the star right here. And by you doing this yourself, allowing, opening fully to God, which is your life's work, you're here to open fully to God. And if you picture like a vertical line between 0 and 100, which represents the percentage you are opening to the infinite and unlimited, your work is to open 100% to God, to that which is, and your purpose is to extend that into the world 100%. So you have to receive God 100% before you can extend God. And we also call this extending love and being of greater service to more people. That's your purpose. That's your life's work, is to extend God, and your purpose is to open fully and receive God. It is that simple. So as God is concentrated in the lightning rod of the American flag, you are this star holding it all together, and you're transforming the three stars next to you, who are transforming the five stars next to them, who are transforming the seven stars next to them. And it's going out from you to everyone you are connected, everyone connected with you, everyone you are blessed to serve. That's how you're seeing the flag differently, right? So, but anyway, this is just, I'm the hollow flute. It's called shakuhachi flute in Japanese, and I really love that because it's the empty vessel. I'm just the empty vessel for God to come to you, for you to hear this message. And I just grabbed this as the visual of the empty flute, the hollow flute. You're that empty vessel for the lives of everyone you are blessed with the ability to serve, to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate as well. So it's all about being of greater service. So that connects us back to this lottery, like anything that you want. So I mentioned, get that in mind, get that front and center in your awareness, in your presence, in your consciousness, in your being, that fulfillment, like, and okay, like, have you taken the time to thoroughly do the Think and Grow Rich Workshop 1, which is what we're doing in our first day as you are leading your own Operation Greatness chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader? Because that 90-minute workshop, class 1, our beliefs class, I'm walking you through the 30-day Think and Grow Rich alchemy process, transmuting your desire into riches, and I'm walking you through creating your Think and Grow Rich alchemy statement that you're doing each day So this is what you're writing down. Like I mentioned, I I am successfully providing for my family. I have created enough money in style and ease and grace and joy and expedience to provide for all the needs of my family. And I feel fantastic. And that's $40 million that I'm making every year easily, quickly. And I'm doing that by, and then how you are serving others. This is just an example. For example, with my Operation Greatness chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader, I have transformed the lives of every one of my online friends. And when I had 1,200 people that who were leading their own chapters through my chapter, that was worth then, I don't remember what it is exactly, $1.4 million a year. Because with your chapter, so your chapter, it costs just $197 a month to lead your chapter, and then you're making $98.50 for every one of your online friends and everyone in your community. And I'm walking you through giving you the posts to make to reach all your online friends and everyone in your community. So you're making $98.50 per person per month. So it takes just two people for that to pay for your chapter. And then, so if you take 1,200 people times $98.50 per person per month, that comes out to, I don't remember what it is, but it's about 14, I think it's $1.4 million a year, something like that. And anyway, so but that's not $40 million. So then that's just a starting point. And then with your community, so like, what is that? So if it's $1.4 million for 1,200 people, well, then what's 1.4 into 40? That's about, I don't know, whatever that is, 28 times more than that. So 1,200 times 28 is what? Let's just say 32,000 people, maybe. I don't know. If so, you've gotten 32,000 people in your community leading their own chapters. And that would be, I mean, this is just off the top of my head, so to speak. I'm not promising you anything. I'm promising you nothing. I'm just giving you an example of $40 million, what would that look like? And for example, maybe if that's the right math, you transforming 34, 32 million people in your community through leading their own chapters through you. And so you're seeing this 40 million, I'm making $40 million easily. I'm providing for my family, we're living the life that we've always dreamed, and we're enjoying this. And everyone is so proud of me. And because I've accomplished it, I've focused my power. So get that vision in your head right now and write it. If you're not yet if you didn't do the Think and Grow Rich workshop class 1, and we're going to do class 2 in a few days now, and where you have that in where I walk you through creating your statement and empowering it every day for the next 30 days, then well, absolutely give yourself that. That's what we're doing in our first day with you leading your own Operation Greatness chapter. And so that beliefs workshop, that class 1 is well worth investing $10,000 to just do that 90-minute class. It honestly is worth paying $10,000 to receive what you're getting just our first day when you're leading your own Operation Greatness chapter. Okay, so anyway, I I'm smiling because just looking at this lottery ticket right here, I'm like, wow, $1 billion. And I'm going to walk you with your chapter when you're leading your own chapter. I'm going to walk you through doing this process that I did, which is what I would do if I had $1 billion. So that focused me on, okay, because it is all about being of greater service. And so let's just put a bookmark on right where we are here. And I want to do an important tangent here, which is like, I guess I don't have it with me. I wrote Reignited America, and yet I don't have Think and Grow Rich, so it's right there, but it's a little, well, reach I can reach some Think and Grow Rich stuff. But anyway, I've taught this at the master's level. It's a little hard to reach since 2003. And one of the things that I don't know if you know Think and Grow Rich. I mean, our Think and Grow Rich workshop, you know Think and Grow Rich if you've done our Think and Grow Rich workshop, at least class one, because we work on the first three of the 13 steps to riches. This is what Think and Grow Rich is. It's the things that the super wealthy have done that the mostly unsuccessful masses know nothing about doing, and the super wealthy have used these 13 steps to create anything that they wanted, like $1 billion, for example. And so in our first class, we're doing the first three components of the 13 Steps to Riches. They're responsible for creating more wealth than anything in history, including more than 1 million millionaires. And my vision is I saw this very clearly. Like I gave the first class at 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning, and this was not recently, it was a few months ago now. And that it was in May, I think. And I, yeah, May 7th, I believe. Anyway, I was giving the class at 7 a.m. and I woke up at like 2:14 a.m. and I saw very clearly that thousands of people were taking, were doing the Think and Grow Rich workshop and applying it, implementing it in their lives, and they were becoming billionaires as a result of implementing it. And I have a very clear knowing that you, my friend, are one of those people. How does that feel to you? I mean, this is your invitation to step into that higher level of consciousness. And you know that the amount of wealth you have, the amount of happiness you enjoy, how you feel about yourself is a reflection of the consciousness you are holding, carrying, right? Because what is God other than the infinite and unlimited? And that is seeking full expression through your life, like I mentioned, at the level of 100 out of 100, 100%. And that's your work is opening fully. So, I mean, if you think about it, what does that mean for God to seek full expression through your life? That means whatever your desire is, that was given to you by God. The seed was planted within you because you're meant to experience its fulfillment. And for you to deny that, that would be denying God. That's like turning your back on the infinite and unlimited. How could you be that arrogant to deny God full expression through you? Because you are God's gift to the world and you're here to be that gift. How could you deny God? I mean, that would be like, oh, I don't deserve it. I don't believe in myself. No, that would be just selfish. How could you be that selfish or arrogant to think, like, who am I to deny God full expression? I'm getting chills here. That doesn't even make sense to me. So, how could you even think about that being a possibility, right? So, so whatever your desire is, you're meant to experience that because that's how you are being of service. That's how God is working through you to be of greater service because you're just the hollow flute or the flag pole to bring God into the world and into the hearts of every American and everyone connected with you. You are blessed to serve. You're just the conduit for love and abundance to flow freely between heaven and earth and in the hearts of every man and woman and child, everyone in our human family, right? You know that, you feel it, it's true, it's an absolute knowing that you have. So get out of the way, stop obstructing, limiting the unlimited. How is that even possible? So, so I'm sharing this with my personal example of creating $1 billion, or let's make it $1.2 billion through this lottery and through my work, more specifically. So, as part of you leading your chapter, I'll share this video that I created, what I would do if I had $1 billion. And you're going to do that process yourself, that practice yourself, because this is focusing your mind. And so, going back to Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill is very clear. Remember, this created more wealth than anything in history, including more than 1 million millionaires. Napoleon Hill warns us explicitly about creating something from nothing, about taking without first giving. So, in other words, like the gambler who puts in, $10, $1, $100, $1,000 into the gamble, the slot machine or the blackjack table or the roulette wheel or the racehorse or the dog race, whatever it is, or the lottery, and expects to get something for nothing. Life isn't that way. Remember, you have to give, you have to receive God before you can extend God in the world. You don't just say, God, give me, give me, give me. That's not how life is. You can't, you have to breathe out before you have the space to breathe in, right? You have to breathe out, which means extending love, extending God, being of greater service before you can breathe in. Before you can receive God, you have to extend God. Before you can make money, you have to be of service for that money, right? So you could say this video is me extending God, showing you the process that you use to manifest mega millions or create anything that is in your heart, that seed desire within the fertile garden of your mind. This is all relating to our Think and Grow Rich workshop, by the way. This is so, I mean, this is kind of, we're previewing, is that our second class? Yeah, no, it's actually our first class that you're getting right away. Imagination, because in our beliefs class, we're doing desire, we're doing faith, and we're doing imagination. And anyway, okay. So let's go back to the beginning here. Let's go back to the foundation here. Because again, we're concentrating God for the lightning to hit. This is where you are, that conduit, and you're channeling, you're bringing God, heaven to earth, and you're transforming the lives as this star to all the other stars surrounding you. And the brighter you are, the brighter the evening sky is. You're dispelling darkness by honoring your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma right here, right now. So, okay. So the basis of this, the foundation of this, I want you know the word spelling, right? I mean, like a spelling bee is where the children, spell the word ubiquitous. And ubiquitous, UBUIQUITOUS. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, there's a reason they call that a spelling bee, and it's not because of how you spell the letters, except it is. What does that really mean? When you spell the letters, what are you doing? You're casting a spell. Every word you speak is a spell you are casting. I'm getting chills here. I want you to really hear this message. I want you to take this to heart. I want you to feel this. I want you to know this. I want you to master this. Every word you speak, you are casting a spell. Remember, the mind is only creative. Your mind only creates, like, for example, you've seen this before, show me evil. Where is evil? And you could say, well, there are a lot of people who are doing evil things. And yet, well, what does evil look like? I mean, you could say, I mean, some people think like Satan is the absence of God. And when you're 100% open to God, then you're 0% open to the world. And some people say that the world is the reign of Satan or the realm of Satan. And yet, if you're 100% open to God, then Satan has no opening in your life, 0% Satan. Or we could say 100% knowledge is 0% ignorance, right? Or you could say 100% love or God and 0% ego, which is the lack of God. Ego means without God. I mean, all of these are deep contemplations, and I invite you to make those. Ignorance is the opposite of knowledge, right? And ego without God is also, that's what you could say is Satan, because Satan is, I mean, anyway, we could go into that, and that's what our first video is about, our chapter video. I mean, is that our first one? Yeah, it's actually Operation Greatness Chapter Meeting 0. And I think that's what I don't know when we're studying that. Maybe aren't studying that one yet. Maybe we still have to do that one. Anyway, that's a very important lesson as well. So, going back to, well, it's all about breathing. You're breathing in God. You're being of greater service. You are here as the conduit for love and abundance to flow. I want you to really feel that. Also, okay, so your work is opening to the infinite and unlimited and being of greater service to more people. And that means not limiting that because of fear, doubt, worry, scarcity, lack, mentality, or consciousness, because that's all ego. And ego, you could say, is of Satan. And so remember, like, you could say that there is no such thing as evil, it's only the absence of good, just as you could say, like, show me cold. Well, cold is the absence of heat, right? And yet, even in, whatever, I think it's unless you're absolute zero, which I think is 0 degrees Kelvin, maybe, if I remember right from science, physics, whatever that is, that would be like 0% God and 100% Satan, evil, ignorance, ego, whatever you want to look at that as being. It's just that would be the only time there is an absence of heat. Same thing with light. Like, it's dark at night and maybe you have trouble seeing, and yet the deer, the foxes, the dogs, the cats, they can see very clearly. So there's no such thing as an absence of light. there is always some light. And the stars become brighter when it's darker in the sky because you are here to shine your light as brightly as the sun. And the more you're living these principles, the more your light is shining. And that's moving you up the scale away from ego, ignorance, evil, Satan, and more toward God, knowledge, truth, love. So, going back to you are here to shine your light, you're here to get out of your own way, move past fear, stop playing small, don't play small at all, because that's all from ego, and you're here to shine as brightly as the sun and be of greater service. And the more you are serving, that's your source of happiness, joy, fulfillment, well being, peace of mind, success, prosperity, impact, meaning, contribution. Being of greater service to more people is why you are here. So the more you are serving others, the more you're focusing on that. How can I be of greater service? This moment, how can I serve more people? What's the most important thing for me to do right now to serve people more? And when you're, especially when you're focusing your mind on your Think and Grow Rich alchemy process statement that we're doing in our first class, or that we did, because hopefully you've already done that and you've already began empowering that with that daily process that we're doing for the 30 days. And that becomes what you are empowering. So going back to spelling, everything that you speak is a spell because you are the creator, you're God's gift, you're God's instrument for miracles, like we talked about the shakuhachi flute, the hollow flute. And what is a flute other than an instrument for music, for you to, it's a metaphor for you expressing fully your gifts, how you are here as God's gift to the world. And by you being that gift, that means you're serving people, right? So let's go back to this spelling because that's critical. And I want to make sure that you see how this works and then you watch what you are spelling and that you master keeping your attention on only what gives you joy, inspires you, and moves you closer to your goals, desires, and dreams, knowing with that being 100% of your focus, that's 100% of your life experiences. Because everything is cause and effect. Where you give your attention, you are giving your power, and that becomes how you are creating your life, and through that, how we are creating our world. This is how fundamentally important this is for you to get right, for you to master, for you to live as that gift. You are God's gift to the world. You are here to be of great service. And like I shared with you, how I mean, just as a for instance, like how many friends do you have online you can quickly and easily reach with almost no time, energy, thought, or effort by you leading and transforming and inspiring and liberating, LITL, doing a little more today, leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating all of your online friends. Is that by far the greatest contribution you can make to the world? I think it is. I think it's the gift you are born to be. I mean, so like if you have 1,200 friends, well, we talked about that. What if you have 10,000 friends or a million friends? Like I have 181,500 or so on Twitter. I want to transform every one of them. I want to help them, empower them, inspire them, guide them through transforming the lives of every one of their online friends. I mean, just by you getting your 1,200 people leading their 1,200 through their chapter, you've transformed 1,440,000 people who are then transforming their 1,200. And this is the impact of your life. This is you being God's gift to the world because you've now transformed 1.72 billion people, shining your light as brightly as the sun, opening fully to God, being of greater service to more people. That's the potential you have. My knowing is that when you have the ability to do something, included within that ability is the responsibility to do what you can do, such as transforming the lives of every one of your online friends through your Operation Greatness chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader. Do you agree? When you have the ability to do something, included within that is the responsibility to do that. To me, that's an obvious thing. Like, I'm doing everything I can to empower you to have the greatest impact with your Operation Greatness chapter and to make this by far the best thing you have ever done to better yourself. That's what my purpose is. That's why you created me in your life. So, going back to your thoughts only create, like you've seen that adage, like, if somebody is foolish and really abusive to their body and they smoke or drink alcohol, that's giving up alcohol more than, I don't know, let's see, it's almost, well, 2 years and 4 months or something ago. That was like one of the best things I've ever done. And I never was that hateful of myself to directly ingest pollution into my lungs, but I did drink periodically before. Like I think I drank about 2 or 3 times a month, maybe sharing a bottle of wine with the woman I was dating. It was easy for me to give it up, and that was by far one of the best things that I've ever done because I realized I became so much more sensitive to the finer levels of presence of God, of the Holy Spirit. Anyway, so like what they say though, if somebody is really abusive to themselves and they smoke, they say, if you say don't smoke, well, the mind doesn't know the word not because the mind is only creative. It's like, can you unring a bell? No, you cannot. You cannot not. Your mind is only a creator because you are the creator. You're God's instrument for miracles. An instrument cannot uncreate music. Whatever you flow through you and whatever you give your attention becomes what you are flowing through you because you're the instrument for miracles. Think of the flute, the hollow flute, the shakuhachi flute. You're playing a song, or God is playing you as the instrument, and it's only creative. It doesn't know the word not because that's false, because, the Big Bang is to expand. You're continually becoming more, you're learning and growing and bettering yourself and being of greater service. The Big Bang is happening through you, through your life, right? Because the planets and stars are not contracting, they're expanding, right? And that's because that's the nature of God, is expansion, is growth, is more, better, faster, not always faster and not always, I mean, anyway, but you know what I'm saying, because be careful not to come from ego, which is I have to have the latest and greatest. That's just ego. That's not God. That's ignorance and not knowledge. Anyway, but so everything that you speak is a spell that you are casting. And so what happens when you're focusing on something you don't want, and that's what you are flowing through, that's what you are playing as your hollow flute? Well, you're empowering that, right? Why would anybody do that? So you're the master of manifestation. You come into the world as the master of manifestation. That baby just smiles and gets love, or smiles and gets food, or cries and gets changed, or points to toy and gets toy. Anything you ever wanted is instantly provided for you because that's your way as the master of manifestation you are. And that's getting out of your way and connecting back to God, opening fully to that which is. Anyway, so casting, spelling is the order. Your, if you think of it as your subconscious mind is always at the ready to obey your every command based on what you are choosing to give your attention, knowing that you, as the master of manifestation, would never, ever, ever, ever give your attention to anything you don't want and create that, because why would you do that? Because that's against the order of the universe, the way of God, the Big Bang, the way God is continually growing, expanding, bringing power to where you are giving your attention, because that means this is what I am choosing to give my focus, my attention, my power. This is what I am commanding you to create more. That's what happens when you're giving your attention to anything. You're commanding it to grow, expand, become more. The Big Bang, God, that's the order of the universe, the way it is. So anything that you are spelling, that you are speaking into existence, breathing into being, why would you ever do that to anything that you don't want? You instead do that to what you do want, what you gloriously own, claim, create, give, choose, command into being, commanding your destiny, because that's how you use your words. Your words, you are speaking, you are spelling, you are casting into existence, you are manifesting. I think of the word Camar, Camar. You are creating, attracting, manifesting, allowing, and what's the last one? Receiving, Camar. Everything you are spelling, you are speaking into existence. You are creating, attracting, manifesting, allowing, and receiving. Because this is how powerful you are, how important your focus is, and giving none of your attention to anything you do not want, right? So let's go. I mean, that's the basis of how everything is. And I want you to thoroughly look at yourself, like over the last 24 hours. What were you spelling? Were you, how much of your attention did you give to your inspired vision for you, like the $40 million a year business, and you're thriving and your family is so grateful to you getting this right, mastering this, having the impact, making a significant difference, contributing so meaningfully in the lives of everyone you are destined to serve, to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate, doing a little more today and being of greater service to more people. That, how much of your time in the last 24 hours, which means how much of your power, did you give to your inspired vision? Was it 100% of your focus? Because then you created it, right? Or was it 10% of your focus and then 90% was on something else, like maybe things you didn't want because, oh, this person cut me off in traffic. I didn't sleep very well. I had a headache, or my neck was hurting, or my back was sore, or this person was blah, 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 blah. Because here's the thing, you, my friend, are prime cause. You are here as God's instrument for miracles in the world. And there is no more there is nothing more important than where you are choosing to give your attention, because that's where you're giving your power. And the thing that you want, your inspired vision, is the effect you created by your conscious use of your power, by what you are spelling, what you are creating in the world. Do you feel how vital this is for you to get right? Because this is the one choice that you have, what you are choosing to give your attention, knowing that's what you are creating, and that's how you are living. That becomes your life. Everything out here is the world of effects, and you are prime cause. Where you are giving your attention, you are creating. So everything out here, you carefully or unconsciously, uncarefully, the opposite of carefully, accidentally, inadvertently created. Do this consciously, and you're living your goals, desires, and dreams. This is your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma to get right. Is there any question about this? So, I mean, that's the basis. That's the fundamental teaching right there. And that's, by the way, about $120,000 lesson in manifesting. And that's what you need. So, me wanting this $1.2 billion jackpot, and I don't know what it is exactly, but let's just call it that, because that's what I'm seeing, is that I'm creating $1.2 billion here. So I love the idea of me winning this jackpot. And why is it not this easy? Do I really think it has to be hard? Actually, I checked myself with that question. So I created this video, what I would do if I had $1 billion. And one of the things that I would do is to send like a direct mail to everyone in America, like a postcard, giving them our leader training, our free chapter training through operationgreatness.com/leader. And I would also give them Outgiving God, which is, well, let's just say it's a big coaching program that I give away freely, because the premise is that when you come from that level of abundance, where you're outgiving the infinite and unlimited, you're opening fully to the miracle that is meant to come through your life in how you are being of greater service. So it is my joy and gift and honor and love and fulfillment to give this training freely away. And so I'm using this $1.2 billion jackpot to give this, to send out these postcards for these mailings to go to everyone in America, and just give so freely. And yes, so many of them are then leading their own Operation Greatness chapters, and that's the greatest contribution in the lives of every one of them who's doing that. So, and I'm also, well, anyway, I'm also creating the Personal Growth Cafe, which is, this is my vision, where this is like, picture every neighborhood having its own Personal Growth Cafe. This is where everyone can, they can create any level of success, happiness, joy, fulfillment, well-being, peace of mind, prosperity, impact, meaning, contribution that they desire. And these resources are available to them. And these are things that I've created and things that I've, anyway, in each community. And then there's a coach right there, like, instead of the barista, as you know, the normal place, this is the coach who would advise them on what training, what book, what audio, what video, would inspire them the most and serve them most meaningfully. And this is like a safe haven in communities all across the world where any one of us can create any level of success that we are determined to give ourselves. And that's the big part of the what I would do if I had $1 billion. So you see how I'm defining what I would give in return for this money. And it doesn't have to be hard. It can be as simple as me spending $2 for a lottery ticket when I know the jackpot would serve me greatly and fulfill my divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. So I did, like, when did I buy this? I don't know when I bought this. What's today anyway? I don't know what day it is. 12/28. So I bought this on, I don't know, 12/26. So 2 days ago in the afternoon. So yesterday I noticed, or maybe last night, I was asking myself, okay, so do I really think it has to be hard? Because that was me holding myself back, coming from ego or fear instead of God or knowledge or truth. And I was, in some level or sense, feeling like it had to be hard. Why? It doesn't make sense. It's irrational. It's not logical. And yet I had this, well, because I love, because I'm a warrior, I'm a fighter, I'm a king. And I I'm not going to recreate something that doesn't serve me. I had loved the thrill of the conquest because I'm a warrior, I'm a king, and I love to conquer. And so I created this situation where it's more fun when I overcome a hard obstacle, like an uphill battle. Like, I mean, what I got is the example of like the movie 300, where 300 warriors are fighting an army of 10,000 people. That's more exciting. That's more gratifying to do battle and to defeat the or overcome the greater obstacle. And yet, no, I've been doing that fighting long enough and I'm ready to do it the easy way where I just spend $2 and I buy a lottery ticket and I win $1.2 billion. And then I have the resources to do everything that I want to do with liberating everyone in our human family because I see the vision that they don't see of how much you matter. I know how much you matter. I know what your destiny is, to be of great service, to be that inspired visionary leader. I see you that way. I know that, chills. I know that this is what you are. And when you stop holding yourself back and playing small and limiting yourself, this is when you soar, you thrive, and that's the most meaningful gift I can share with you. And yes, it takes money to reach you and transform you. And I'm creating that. I'm opening to that. And it's coming to me easily in style and ease and grace and comfort and joy and expedience. That's what I'm spelling. That's what I'm creating. So I want you to notice where you had limited yourself, blocked the infinite and unlimited from expressing itself fully in your life. I acknowledge that I had been doing that by liking the chase more than the victory, and I'm ready for the victory now. I'm ready for the impact now. I'm ready for honoring and living my duty, my divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, being of great service. So I'm not holding back or playing small. I'm shining my light as brightly as you, my friend, are now. Right, 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 right. You're feeling it. You are the conduit for love and abundance to flow. So it is about you, and yet it's also about me, because before I can extend God to you, I have to receive God myself. I have to get out of my own way, and I receive joyfully, gratefully, abundantly. with presence and gratitude and love. You feel that, right? Because I'm extending love, God, joy, service, blessings. I'm that conduit for love and abundance to flow into your life. I'm that source of you receiving God fully. Or the person who shared this video with you is that source of you receiving God fully now. Right? Right, 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 right. How much more open are you to the infinite and unlimited, which is seeking full expression in your life right now, right here? Are you holding back or playing small or limiting that or blocking that or obstructing that in any way? No. You're open fully. So, what inspiration is coming into mind as something I've got to do this? Is it leading your own Operation Greatness chapter and transforming the lives of everyone you are blessed to be able to serve? Empowering them to transform the lives of everyone they are blessed to be able to serve through operationgreatness.com/leader. What is that for you? See it as complete, as whole, as done already. No doubt, no fear, no limiting the unlimited, because that's not you. That's so 2020. That's so 4 years ago. That's so out of style. That's no longer in your consciousness, in your presence, in your being. It's nowhere. It's gone. That limitation, that obstruction is gone. It's gone. It's disappeared. It was never there, and it's now you're opening fully to God, and there is no room for ignorance or ego or anything other than the infinite unlimited opening you fully now to be of greater service to everyone. It is your gift and blessing to be able to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate. Doing a little more today. Feel that, you know it, you absorb it, you embody that, you embrace that. This is your life. This is your path. This is your purpose. It's why you are here. And now you're opening fully and experiencing that, mastering that, exuding that, embracing that, empowering that, receiving that, creating, attracting, manifesting, allowing, and receiving that. Right? 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 And this feels so right because this is you receiving God completely now. So, is this clear about this? So, I saw myself receiving this. I envisioned myself holding this, joyfully driving down to, if I have to go to Phoenix to the lottery office or whatever, or just to the place where I bought this and having them validate this and then them handing me, this money, this being in my account and, the whole photography thing and me, getting in the papers and, the publicity and all this. And me probably wearing this shirt as well, the Dan Klatt, the jackpot winner, he received a total of $1.256 billion. And, the check, and, the big wooden check and all this, and the shaking hands. And what are you going to do with the money? Well, I'm creating the Personal Growth Cafe in each community, and I'm sending a direct mail to everyone about joining my Operation Greatness chapter and outgiving God and receiving this. And 1.2 billion people have become very wealthy, leading their own Operation Greatness chapters as a result of this. And this is the greatest thing that humanity has ever done. This is the monumental turning point in human history because of what I chose to hold as my vision and Keep that 100% in my focus because this is what I am spelling, and everything that I am creating is based on that fulfillment because I'm prime cause, and this result is just the effect I created. This is what you are now doing yourself. This is your homework. Keep your focus on your inspired vision. Give nothing, give none of your attention to anything you don't want. You're here to be of great service to others, and what you are giving your attention, you are giving your power, you are spelling into existence, you are breathing into being. So monitor your thoughts, make sure they are aligned with your inspired vision, and that your inspired vision is consuming you. You're the hollow flute, and God is playing your instrument, and you are making beautiful music by getting this right, by getting out of your own way, by opening fully 100% to God, to receiving God, to extending God, to being God's gift to the world. Make sure that this is 100% of your focus, knowing this is 100% of your life experience because you're creating this. This is how you are creating your life and how we are together creating our world as we require it. So every one of us is mastering this by you mastering this yourself and by you sharing this video, this Operation Greatness podcast chapter meeting by you leading your own Operation Greatness chapter and joyfully, passionately, purposefully, mindfully, exuberantly, boldly transforming the lives of everyone you are blessed to have connected with you, all your online friends, as well as everyone in your local area. I mean, picture like tens of thousands of people leading their own chapters through your chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader. And this is by far the most important thing that you have ever done for yourself, and by far your greatest gift to the world, to everyone in your local area and all your online friends. Nothing you have ever done has been anywhere near this meaningful and fulfilling for you as leading your chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader. You're feeling that, right? You're seeing that, right? You're seeing tens of thousands of people, and this being the greatest contribution in the lives of every one of them. This is the most important work you have been called to do. It's the higher purpose of your life. It's the higher purpose of social media. Breathe that in. Spell that. I am so grateful that I led my own Operation Greatness chapter through operationgreatness.com/leader, and that I took this to heart, that I saw I had to do this. This was the most important thing I was ever asked or invited or given to do. And I went all in on this. And the first chapter meeting, doing that Think and Grow Rich workshop beliefs class, and getting my Think and Grow Rich alchemy process statement and doing that and absorbing that and seeing that as real and creating that as my life experience, that was the most important thing that I have ever done. I never imagined I was able to have so much impact on so many good people, and this feels oh so great. I never realized how much I truly mattered, and now I see, wow, I transformed the lives of 10,000 people, 12,000 people, 16,000 people, 24,000 people, and I'm still going and growing, becoming more, becoming that master myself. And wow, I never even imagined that I mattered so much. And yet I just from doing this myself, from leading my own chapter, I believe in myself so much more. I see how much I matter. I receive how much I matter. This is by far the best thing that I've ever done. My parents, if they're so proud of me, or they would be so proud of me, my children look at me and they feel like, tell us about the time that you saved humanity, that you, my grandchildren, they look at me like, wow, you made such a profound impact on the world. This is the most important thing that I've ever done. And this is now what you are spelling. You're breathing into being this greatest achievement, far beyond anything that you could have ever imagined yourself creating. And yet here you are making it happen. And there's no question about this. This is your greatest gift. This is the higher purpose of your life. This is you living your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma. And this feels just so, so good, so right, so blessed, so from the heart, so of God. And you're opening fully to this and allowing this to be, right? Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this song we created together. And that means by us just opening to the music, the beautiful music, God is breathing into us as the conduit for love and abundance to flow. Let me know how this is meaningful to you, how it's connecting for you. Send me your essay sharing all the posts that you have shared. Go back to the beginning of this, watch this from the beginning. Share your thoughts as separate posts in this conversation. Work through any limiting beliefs, fears, doubts, worries, scarcity, lack that you used to have within you. Let go of that, open completely, open all the way to 100% receiving God, as you are now extending God 100%. So post about all the insights in this conversation. Share all the posts that you're making. And by the way, do this absolutely with your own profit partner link in each of the posts that you're making through your chapter, because this is how the posts that you're making from today's Operation Greatness chapter meeting right here, this video, this podcast, this is how you're liberating, leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating, doing a little more today, every one of your online friends. So you can post about 100 different posts that are all meaningfully and inspirational and transformational and liberational from this podcast. So take all the podcasts you're making, put them in the essay that you're sending me. Send that to me personally at dan@danclatt.com. And by the way, if you go to danclatt.com, you'll see that I charge $5,000 an hour for my coaching, and you get the sense of how valuable that is, how it's worth so much more than that, that just one coaching call is enough to transform the lives, and it's worth so much more. It's well worth paying $5,000 for that hour. Well, we've been together for more than an hour and almost 10 minutes now. So you've already gotten tangibly more than $5,000 from this video. And yet, by you leading your own chapter, I'm challenging you to create more than $1.2 million as a result of taking this video to heart. And I'm actually challenging you. I want you to be one of those 1,000, those thousands of billionaires that I very clearly saw about 2:14 a.m. on the morning that I gave our beliefs class that we're doing today, when you're giving yourself your own Operation Greatness chapter, I'm challenging you to make sure that you are living this and live. I got a little water here. I think I need living that result where you have taken this to heart and created more than $1 billion. You became one of our thousands of billionaires by living the Think and Grow Rich success philosophy, the 13 steps to riches. So take this to heart, live this, transform the lives of everyone connected with you, all of whom are blessed to be in your company. And by the way, I am one of those people, and I'm so grateful to be in your company. This is such a gift to be able to, for you to open up and receive this completely. I'm just so humbled to be how or part of the instrument. I mean, the person who shared this with you is the instrument of your transformation. And really, God is the instrument. God is making the beautiful music that has led you to this place and point, and where you are open and being of greater service, 100% receiving God and extending God in the world. So thank you. I celebrate you. I acknowledge how much of a difference you are making. And I'm so grateful for the person you are right now, being prime cause and transforming the lives of everyone you are blessed to be able to serve, to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate. Doing a little more today and being of greater service. No longer limiting the unlimited in any way, shining your light as brightly as the sun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. And so it is.